Even somebody who likes to be up in the air as much as Sonic. I'm not sure if Game & Watch is going to juggle.
Alright. But getting directly into it. And
3 dash attacks. And just throwing a frying pan out.
Honestly,
really throwing that up air just to throw Sonic off his game.
Especially because Sonic has a lot of trouble landing. Typically, his 2 options to land after he does a spring or once he's in there or something like that are going to be down air, which he has to do immediately after the spring to auto cancel, or he just has to sort of float down. All right, but KIDGoggles very quickly getting his footing here.
Oh, nice coverage from Game & Watch. Excellent, keeping him in the air as soon as Sonic's double jump is gone. Just essentially putting him in free fall.
Yep.
Oh, he is Game & Watch's plaything.
Finally manages to land, and neither of them too far from each other. Ooh, the reverse hitbox. And KIDGoggles being a very animated player.
Absolutely. I just want to see more of the floor as lava. Hedgehog versus a groundhog over here.
All right, he wanted that 9.
We got shenanigans.
And he wanted that spring ride.
Of course, Game & Watch responding with an up air to counter. Like, see if he can get an early kill of his own.
All right, manages to catch the landing with a dash attack, but it's a trade, which is not something that Dingus wants at this particular point in time.
DBZ, Game & Watch misses a super armor.
All right, this should be well past, especially with Rage, but I'm not entirely sure. It should be well past 2% for Game & Watch.
Sonic appears to be going for 50-50s right now, but I'm afraid he just cannot cover the jump option.
And now they're just sort of waiting. And the thing is, KIDGoggles doesn't have to do a thing. Not only does he have a huge lead, but even if he managed to die, he still has a huge lead. So that's one of those things. Typically, it's like you don't want to start camping or whatever as soon as you take a stock and the opponent's at 0, because that's a situation that can be very quickly reversed. But once you have a lead like this, with the weight even.
But even so, it just puts that camping idea out there. Get in your opponent's head, stress him out a little.
Yep. It's like, you have to come to me.
Hey.
Oh, man. That was mildly disrespectful, too. Just with the pause. You just did pummel, pummel, hold. Okay. It's like,
sucker
okay,
punch, sucker punch.
You're resigned to your fate, too, right? Okay. Now I'm going to back down. All right. So as we wait here, some comments in chat. All right, Kokaloo, the up smash. Well, I mean, the up smash worked once, at least from, if you're talking about from Game & Watch. Okay, and now we have the switch off to the Kirby.
Oh.
This is just sort of showing KIDGoggles he knows he can take it with the Sonic if need be with a dominant 2-stock, going straight for the Kirby instead. And using a pretty good Kirby color, too. We were just arguing in the Kirby Discord about that.
You cannot beat the classics.
Exactly. I'm actually really interested to see this, if only because Game & Watch Kirby is a very specific matchup. So, for example, things like that, you don't see vertical combos able to work too well on Game & Watch. Typically, you have to do very horizontal combos. So forward throw, forward air, another forward air, etc. You don't want to try and juggle Game & Watch because you can just jump out with the up B.
At the same time, I would say this is our Sonic player saying, I can beat you at your own game. I'll pick a grabby character. I'll go someone close range, someone committed.
All right. I think this should be enough. Okay, this is definitely enough. Between 80 and 90% is 2% for Game & Watch. So now Dingus is just playing around because he knows he doesn't need to do anything but bait it. Which is why he's going to go for the grab here and try not to overcommit. That's... Wow! He missed... That's crazy. That's actually perfect percent.
Yeah, that up air will kill.
I mean, he should still be...
Go for the air touch read instead. Ooh. Kirby using his jumps just to make him mistime his moves.
Yeah, and even though he didn't get the kill confirmed, Dingus is still in a pretty solid position. Yep, the double smash attack. patented Game & Watch and Olimar thing. It's like, oh, my first smash attack has so little end lag and so much shield stun, I'm just going to do a second one.
Do the
so
Mario!
You have to choose. Oh, that too. That too. All right, and Dingus is taking this pretty solidly. Thing is, I believe that what Kirby really wants in this matchup is he wants to be very patient and use his tools like his tilts and stuff. You don't want to come down on Game & Watch like that. You don't want to play around in the air, things like that. You don't want to up tilt him too much either. You really just want to, there he goes. That was really good. You want to down tilt, you want to forward tilt, things of that nature. You want to take it slow, you want to bait him to do things. But it's really just a super, super patient matchup.
Every single one of those smash attacks in neutral was a bait from Game & Watch.
Uh-huh.
Just checking if his opponent truly knows how much end lag he has.
Yep. Now, Dingus, having played both myself and Poyo, he has plenty of Kirby experience here. Plenty of matchup experience.
Oh, what?
And, man. Okay, there it is. See, that was a perfect percent. So I don't know why it didn't work the last time, because that was still within the same window.
Just one of those mix-ups that's so crazy, you wouldn't dare play around it.
Yeah, Dingus manages to take the second game pretty solidly. Now he's definitely thinking about what stage he wants to ban, because the Sonic is almost definitely coming back out.
The little cousin special. Oh.
Indeed. So I would imagine that knowing this, Dingus might want... Wow, I was about to say like literally the opposite. I was about to say Dingus might want to ban a flat stage or something like that. But maybe he feels like he can juggle Sonic a little bit here or something like that.
Perhaps he wants to limit Sonic's landing options by removing platforms.
That too. And one thing that Dingus has also mentioned is that Game & Watch's combos don't work super well with platforms. So he also does not necessarily like platform stages in general.
Just makes them difficult. Unexpected things can happen with platforms.
Right.
It's the fun of RNG without the RNG.
Exactly.
Except we call it Smash 4.
Indeed.
Another thing to consider when picking a flat stage for juggling over, that would be how fast your character is.
Right.
So perhaps Sonic is not fast enough to run away from Game & Watch. Use a
oh! The Dingus special!
It is echoing throughout the venue.
All right. Dingus now has a super solid lead, telling him you should not have switched to Kirby. You should not have given up that game.
I will give you 9 reasons.
And the thing is, Dingus is also doing way better in neutral this time around. He's managing to bait out just the very end of Sonic's attack. His spacing is impeccable here. He knows exactly where he needs to be. All right, this time, KIDGoggles manages to land without a scratch. Good stuff using that double jump there. That dash attack being extremely solid. Now this is a very, very slow-paced match, but if Dingus manages to keep it this slow, he can definitely win. Because the thing is about Sonic is that if you play reactively, there are a number of ways to beat his different moves. Good air dodge read for just small damage, but even still, just showing, oh, I know what you're going to do here. And that might set up something later on. All right.
The down throw just to give him a bad angle when approaching the stage to set him up for that spring. Oh, ledge trump attempt, but the Game & Watch sees it coming.
Good stuff, and gets him right back off stage with the dash attack.
Dash attack, fantastic hitbox, hard to read from the opponent just because of the flashiness of it, that lag emulation it gives you.
Yep, and Dingus is playing this really smart. Dingus is an incredibly patient player. This is how you're supposed to play the Sonic matchup if you play a slow character that loses to him. If you manage to get a lead or something like that, or anything of that nature, you slow down. You slow down, you make him come to you. But now he gets hit in the face, and if KIDGoggles manages to make this back up, this could be bad.
I think we've just witnessed some Dingus conditioning in that last up throw. He's always been conditioning the air dodge, reading around it, just like recently.
This might be the point where, oh!
We got the
Chef
bacon
up
head.
smash. Solid. Oh, I see in the chat, Jello Hot Dog saying that. No,
just
not
tell me what's on special.
Relav the second saying that Sonic's hard to toot toot. So that's interesting.
Sonic's
But
hard to
very,
toot.
yeah.
Oh,
right.
yes, yes.
You gotta acknowledge the name tag I'm gonna use.
Oh,
Acknowledge the name tag.
okay.
We've
Oh.
got a.
Well, I can't acknowledge the name tag he's going to use. All right, got to go play a match.
I got an